Hello, everyone. My name is Hannah Beebe. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I am the Research and Instruction Librarian at Valley City State University. I'm going to give y'all a brief overview of citing images in MLA format over the course of this video. MLA stands for the Modern Language Association. The arts typically use MLA for citations, but always check with your professor. As we talk about citing, I will give y'all some examples, so don't worry. But before we jump directly into citations, let's talk for a minute about why we cite images. Citing allows your reader to find the original image you used. They can see exactly where you got your photo from. Citing also protects you from accidental copyright infringement. While it's unlikely you'll run into copyright issues in art class, it is important to remember that copyright infringement is illegal and may have consequences outside the classroom. Along the same lines, citing your images protects you from plagiarism. Plagiarism is unethical, but even more than that, it can have very real consequences in your academic experience. Plagiarizing is a form of academic dishonesty and can result in anything from a failed assignment to suspension. I'm not trying to scare y'all, I just want to remind you why it is so important to cite your sources, even images. On a less intense note, proper citations show that you put effort into your work and they make your work more credible. Your citations show that you put in the time to understand where your images and other sources came from. You're also showing people that you can be trusted with another person's work. Let's go over the very basic MLA citation format. I'm going to give you a lot of information really quickly, but don't panic. There is no expectation that you retain everything I say right now. Remember that you can always send me an email or stop by the library for help. The general template for any MLA citation looks like this. First up on the citation is the author. The author may also be called the creator, which makes the most sense for images. After the author, you see the title of the source. Sometimes the source title goes in italics, other times it goes in quotation marks. It's one of those little things you have to learn as you go. Next is the title of the container. The container is basically a work that holds another work. So a scholarly journal might be a container of articles, for example. For online images, the title of the container is most likely going to be the website name because the most likely containers are websites. Other contributors are usually translators, editors, people like that. You won't likely need this section often for still images. It's more common for videos, but that's a whole other can of worms. Next are the version and the number. Neither of these are typically used for image citations, so we don't have to worry about those right now. The publisher might be the same as the website name, or it might be the institution where a piece of artwork is being kept. The publication date is typically used for photos, while some artworks may have you put the creation date of the work instead. The last piece of information in this basic citation is the location. When using online sources, this location is most commonly a URL. All right, so the first type of image we're going to cite together is a photo that has been digitally published. The important information in your citation is the creator, the image title, the website, the publication date, and the URL. For our example, I found this image on Unsplash. The creator in this case is the photographer, so we put their name here, arranged last name, then a comma, then first name and middle name. The image title is Glass and Glass, which goes next and is surrounded by quotation marks. Unsplash is the website, that's our title container, right? So that title goes in italics. Unsplash is awesome because it gives us the exact date something was uploaded, so that's what we put as our publication date. And then finally, we copy and paste in the URL where we got the image. The last thing before we move on is I want to point out underneath this image we just cited, I put the attribution photo by Ricardo Gomez Angel on Unsplash because that's the recommended attribution format on the website. When you put an image into a paper or presentation, adding the attribution as a caption is best practice. Next, let's cover artwork that you view online or in a book. If you're using the museum website where the art is held, the next slide will go over that. This citation format is more about finding photos on JSTOR or in books. Just like with photos, we need the creator and title of the art. We also need the date a work was created to the best of our abilities, the institution where the art lives, the location of the institution, unless the place is in the museum name, for example, the Denver Art Museum, the name of the website hosting the image, and the URL. If we were citing a book, the website name and URL would be traded out for the book's title, author, and publication information. This excellent cat painting here we're citing. The creator is Giuseppe Recco, so his name is there listed, last name, comma, first name, then goes the title in italics. For this image, we don't know the exact date the painting was done, just that it was in the late 1660s, so that's the information we'll put in. The painting is at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, and I found this image on JSTOR. JSTOR images come with what they call a stable URL, which is a more consistent link, which is less likely to break. I recommend you use that in your citations. The attribution here says who provided the image itself and mentions the license that allows for the use of this image. The last type of image we're going to cover here is a work of art viewed on the website of the museum where it lives. There are several similarities between this one and the last one. You'll notice we still want the creator, title of the work, and the date created. The website name comes next here, then the publisher of the website, if that publisher is different than the website's name. Finally, put in the URL. For this example, we have Mary Cassatt's The Boating Party. The date here is 1893/94 because that's how the museum lists it. You'll notice we just have the National Gallery of Art standing for both the website name and the publisher name, and then we wrap it up with that URL. The attribution here is pretty identical to our last attribution, saying where the image is from and the license with which we use it. All right, y'all. I know this is a lot of information in a really, really short time. Please send me an email or visit the library website and schedule time to meet if you have any questions about what I've covered here, or anything else for that matter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this was helpful. Bye!